Hello again, it's In the Know, brought to you by the Racing Post, ahead of another cracking weekend of action. Is that a tingle in my creak, I feel? That's right, we've got a fantastic race for you, but John Bond's knees are creaking, and Temps and Lotus Hood are waiting in the wings to give him something to think about in the 2 mile division. Speaking of the 2 mile division as well, we also see a bit of Lalamba, his first Grade 1 over fences on that Sandown card as well. A small field, but a fascinating race nonetheless. We get a spin over the national fences in the Becher, and we get a London national at Sandown as well. So staying chase fans, you are very much in clover as well. So Aintree and Sandown taking centre stage over the course of the weekend, and a couple of There's loads of really good races. There's some decent handicap hurdles. There's a cracking little novice hurdle that opens the card at Sandown. They're going to see some horses for the future for sure. But it's all about the present in terms of the Tingle Creek. Will it be the two French-bred 7-year-olds who finally wrestle that crown off John Bond? We will soon find out, won't we? It is live and interactive as ever, so get involved on the chat again. It might well be that we're sort of going a little bit Groundhog Day and talking about your John Bonds. And I mean, I already feel about Groundhog Day talking about Lalamba. It's only been 12 months since he made his racecourse debut. But we do get to find out a little bit more about both those horses and many, many more over the course of the weekend. So get involved in the chat. Like it. Thumbs up. Go on, like it now. Go on now.
Please like us.
We'll wait. We'll wait. Yes, of course, tonight's panel, the needy Robbie Wilders.
Needy indeed. How are you, Ross?
You just love to be liked, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Do you like my new shirt, mate?
I do like your new shirt. It's
Please, guess how much it cost. You won't believe it. Jack and Jones, so just give you a bit of context.
£2.50.
Now, £3, ASOS flash sale.
Oh, so I was joking, it wasn't far off.
yeah, down from 30, so that's a tip for you. ASOS flash sales, keep an eye out for them. Plenty of value to be extracted there.
So between the new shirt and the new haircut, you've got change for a tenner, I reckon.
Excuse me, mate. That's a £25 skin fade you're talking about.
Yeah,
Shout out Elephant Barbers.
Yeah, I'll do it for... But an elephant did that. Unbelievable stuff.
Elephant and Castle, mate.
Unbelievable.
I like the fact that when you said £2.50, Robbie wasn't surprised.
He wasn't surprised. He was like, "Have you been on the sale as well, mate?"
He knows that I have low standards.
Yeah. No, I think we both like a bargain. We're both.
Of course we do. Yeah, we're value hunters.
Absolutely. Look, it's the name of the game, Tom, isn't it? We're price sensitive on this show. That's for sure.
That's it. That's the way. £2.50 for a shirt. Blimey, I can't think of that. That's less than my sandwich I bought earlier today. Good buying, Mr. Wild.
This is a man wearing Calvin Klein, as we can see.
Yeah, absolutely. How long have you had that body warmer, Tom?
Oh, 25 years.
I must have seen that in 30 in the nose, that bit of kit there.
I think that was the first thing Calvin Klein ever made, actually, himself. But
I got given it when I was playing in a golf tournament about 20 years ago. I don't think I've taken it off since.
Lovely stuff, right? So you're mocking him for spending £3 on a shirt, and you won't wear clothes unless they're given to you for free. Right, fantastic stuff. Let's get a crack on with the racing then, shall we? We've got a cracking day tomorrow, Tom. What did we make of today? We obviously had another National Hunt talking horse, the best since Denman, and again, when those things start to come out, you think, yeah, all right, I'll wait to see that. But to be fair, no drama in he couldn't have done it much easier without sort of lapping them and going around again, could he?
No, he was good, wasn't he? But it's hard to know these things. We see this all the time, don't we? With these British novices that come out and win, who knows how good they are. And then come the spring, Willie Mullins will have 17 like that, won't he? And who knows how good he might be. Very good. I literally don't know. I like Salva though.
Yeah.
I like Salva in the novice chase. I've always liked Salva. I think he's a really good, strong stayer. Stepping up, it was 3 miles this time, wasn't he? I think he'll win some good races on soft ground.
Yeah, he's another one of those horses that again feels like because he started so young, and obviously he ran 3 or 4 times in the first couple of months as a juvenile, didn't he? Winning at Chepstow and whatnot. He's battle hardened, isn't he, already?
Yeah. I mean, he's never really done. I hate saying it, but people sort of get idea. Oh, he's done it already. You know what I mean? He keeps keeps doing it, doesn't he, Salva? I like him, and I was surprised he's taken on so well to fence. He's only 5.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we sort of think, with the Nassalam experiment with Gary Moore, where he won the Welsh National by 50 lengths as a 5 or 6-year-old, what he is, and now he can't raise a leg. So you hope it doesn't happen too soon for Salva. But I like him. I've always liked him, and I think soft ground suits him really well. So I'm hoping that one day he might win a Welsh National or a National, or be competing in races like that.
Well, I think given today, I mean, they'd be a little bit disappointed if he wasn't, getting in the frame in Grade 1s. If you're bolting up in a Grade 2 novice,
you've got to do that. You've got to do that to run in a national these days, haven't you?
Yeah, true. That's true.
I mean, basically, it's a Grade 1. It's a Grade 1 race now, isn't it? Because you don't have to jump and So I'm hoping he gets that. I'm hoping he goes there. I really like him. And I like the Paul Nicholls horse as well. He was really good, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Financially, I had a bit of a hit at Exeter because I liked Donica at Exeter, and I couldn't see the race. And then when they did show it, he was in front after jumping in the last because of the rain and everything, and then he got beaten on the line. So that was a bit annoying, but I really enjoyed it, and I think tomorrow's even better. I mean, fantastic racing tomorrow. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it is. 3 from 3 for Gary Moore today as well, and I am contractually obliged to hold this up. That for Sam, producer Sam Hart there as well.
Shout out to the Moors.
So there you go. That's Sam's t-shirt. It's again £2.50. I think that cost him as well. So
this is much nicer than that.
That is. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
let's face it.
What did you make of today? It was.
Yeah, it was
good. There was some. Yeah, Exeter. I mean, Exeter has some interesting horses. The 3 from 3 for the Moors at Sandown. No drama this end. It's funny with those novice hurdlers and also your novice chasers as well, because a lot of these races, they are kind of the go out there and prove you're good enough to eat at the top table. And Salva and No Drama this end today went, we are, and we'll see you. We'll see you in the new year, basically.
Yeah, basically. You didn't really learn much. I mean, certainly No Drama this end was entitled to do that. I see he's been cut to 6-1 for the Gallagher. I mean, that's probably fair enough because what else can you do? But you, again, like Tom says, he is going to face Irish novices who have probably achieved more by the time that comes around.
Yep.
So he deserves to be that sort of price, but on what we've seen. But you just know something else is going to come and probably be better than him, to be honest.
Albeit the new Lion.
True. The new Lion got the job done that day, but I need to see a bit more before we're getting carried away and sort of saying he's the next best thing.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's not the carried away. It's the what I want to see. Like I said, I want to see people. I want to see horses who are they're entering that level. They're going right.
Exactly.
We're in the entries. We're genuinely in with a chance because you want 5 or 6 of them come March and April.
Yeah, of course you do. And you want to have British representation as well, not just Irish always dominating.
Yeah.
And whatever he does, he's going to be better as a chaser going forward anyway. So obviously a very, very exciting horse to keep on side of.
For sure. Hello to everyone watching at home, to Viper, to GSTW Sam 22, who says, "Come on, Tom Segal, give us some winners." We'll get to that in a little bit. Hello to Neil Matcham. Good evening to you. And hello to Tom Leach, to Paul Tolliver, to Cheltenham Master, and to Brian Galt. How the devil are you, my good man? And everyone else. Let's get you thoughts and feelings in the chat. Again, if you really fancy one strongly, put the in capital letters and we'll get it read out. Tim Comley says, "Good to see Robbie back. That shirt reminds me I need to do the washing up."
Okay, fair enough.
So
fair enough. I actually do have a tea towel, almost very much resembling this, so that's a good angle.
Yeah, no, it's good, and I need to change the bedding when I get home as well. No, look, it's nice that someone else gets the stick for what shirt they're wearing, so it's nice to have passed it on to you, Robbie. So anyway, we'll get into tomorrow very shortly, but if you haven't already signed up to Racing Post Plus, make sure you do so by the end of tonight. Because the Black Friday sale, which goes on for 6 months at least, ends tonight. 30% off every single package, Insights, Tipping, Ultimate, but unfortunately not 30% off Robbie Wilder's fashion tips. That's exclusive to the Racing Post WhatsApp group. So there you go. Right, let's have a look at tomorrow then. Sandown and Aintree, like I said, taking centre stage. And we're going to kick off over at Sandown with a Pertemps Qualifier, albeit a hugely competitive one, and one where, to be fair, quite a few of these, I don't think they'll be messing around for qualifying for the spring big race, because it's going to be very, very different conditions. In theory, there is plenty of rain forecast. It's always testing when it gets soft at Sandown, of course, but on paper, quite a few of these will relish those conditions. Kiki Joe is 3-1, Supremely West 4-1, Absolutely Doyen 4-1. Turn the Lights Down Low is 5s, Ikarak 7s, Lavender Hill Mob 15-2, and then 12-1 bar those. Now, with the potential for the ground softening up, there are already quite a few non-runners on tomorrow's card and a few in this race. So it is a smaller field than we were expecting. But loads of question marks here. Was Supremely West as questionable a ride as a lot of people thought last time out? Robbie, is Absolutely Doyen as good as he looked last time out? And then you've got Kiki Joe's favourite. The Hobbs and White hurdlers this year are on fire.
They are indeed. French Ship, of course, you're alluding to.
Very good horse, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very interesting race, actually. It's one of those where you can make a case of an awful lot. I was very keen on Supremely West at Cheltenham last time, but you could tell early on Harry Skelton took him on the wrong part of the track. But like you touched upon, it's a bit of a worry that Gal Road was so far ahead of him, because he also took that disadvantageous route. So you've got to be against him, I think. I thought this youngster, Turn the Lights Down Low, was quite interesting. He's never gone over a trip this far, but his pedigree is interesting. I mean, Jenny's Jewel is damn. 3 mile Grade 1 second at Punchestown, and won an Ascot Stakes over a marathon trip at Royal Ascot. Nice pedigree. Don't know how he's going to fare on this softer ground, but he caught my eye from the bottom of the weights. He's got absolutely no weight on his back. And thought I'd give a Green Book a shout out, because he is 2 from 2 at the track.
Yeah.
Tis the season.
You've perked
up a bit.
Well, going Venetia Williams, shocking ground at Sandown. I mean, Green Book, and I just like horses like this. I mean, he's been off for 996 days. I think I backed him in that Pertemps when he finished 4th. So I've had at least one decent bet that's come off on him. So he's in there now for life.
Yeah. He's just sort of remembering quite fondly a few years ago as well. But I mean, Venetia, I trust her more than pretty much anyone to get a horse ready off a big layoff. Yeah. And we don't know what sort of ability he retains, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit if he sort of halved in price beforehand. So they were the ways I was looking, but really interesting and tricky race.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Turn Lights Down Low. The main pick for you in a tough
I would
race?
say so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say so.
Keithley Yard in good form as well. They even had they've had winners over hurdles, fences, and also a second in a 5 furlong sprint at Lingfield the other day, which so they're all running well. Tom, you were very keen on Kiki Joe at Cheltenham last time out. Will you be playing up your winnings, or is this a different proposition?
Tricky one. I think there's loads you can give a chance to, like Robbie said. Supremely West, I don't fancy. I just don't. I think I don't know what happened at Cheltenham last time, and as Robbie pointed out, the horses, he might have been on the wrong part of the track, but he still didn't run very well. So he's off. Green Book, I don't know. It could be 6-1. It could be 106-1. He's a sort of guessy selection that you could throw a few quid at if he's at a big price, but he's not for me. I think he can't win. I thought Lavender Hill Mob had a chance myself. I know he's only a 4-year-old, but at the prices I thought he was interesting simply because I was really impressed with him at Cheltenham last time. And I thought the step up to 3 miles wouldn't be a problem, even though it's my expert eye. He looked like he wanted 3 miles last time. He won with loads in hand. I thought that was a good race. You had Royal Infantry and a few other good ones in behind him that day. He could go well, but deep down, I think Kiki Joe is probably going to win again, because I think the conditions. I mean, I know I'm 30 miles away, but it is biblical rain where I am. Normally, it's on the flight path to Sandown from where I am. They normally get the rain. We get about half an hour later on, and if it does get very testing, I think Kiki Joe will relish it and he'll stay forever. So I think he's the most likely winner. I get Robbie's Turn the Lights Down Low angle. And Jenny's Jewel loved heavy ground. It's the only way she'd ever win was when it was really bottomless. And so there's a chance he might like it again. If he stayed 3 miles, it's whether he stays 3 miles in heavy ground at Sandown. So yeah. I really think Kiki Joe will probably win, but it's not a race I'm going to get too involved in.
No, fair enough. The one thing I would say is on times, that Cheltenham race wasn't that soft. It was. I think they'd had, right down here, they'd had 5 run-ins on soft in the past 10 years, and that was the fastest one Yeah, so it wasn't that bad. And Supremely West is a proper heavy ground horse. So if it is going to be as bad as you suggest, I think the excuse should have been well, it doesn't matter where we raced. It just wasn't the conditions we were expecting. So I do think he's got. I don't know. I tend to want to avoid these kind of horses, Tom, because once you have sort of two camps of like, no, it was a dodgy ride. No, you're making it up, and I feel like you can't approach it objectively after that.
It's just a price thing, Ross, isn't it? Because if it's Dan Skelton, Harry Skelton, any other horse that ran as badly as he did, and I know people are making excuses. He's 4-1.
Yeah, he was 5-4 last time though, Tom. 5-4.
I know, but he was beating blinking miles.
No, I know. But I mean, if you backed him at 5-4 last time out, you'd be thinking 4-1's amazing.
I get it, but it's just not my modus operandi. Keels is totally different. I don't know what Robbie's like. Maybe he's the same, but I just don't back horses that get beaten miles the next time because it's not. I know they can be big prices, but I just feel bad if they win, and I feel even worse when they're like tailed off out the back and think what an idiot I was. So it's just not my style.
I do think the other horse to mention here is I think Icarak's a very strong stayer as well. I like the way that he really knuckled down to beat an informed horse last time out. So the more I talk about it, the more I'm definitely not going to bet it because we've made a case for literally 6 horses in there. So Kiki Joe to win by 6 lengths, says here, there, and everywhere. It's a tough race for us, Robbie, but on the chat, very confident.
Absolutely, I've not read the chat.
I just told you what it said. Kiki Joe to win by 6 lengths.
Oh, understood. Yeah.
6+.
Sorry, mate. A million
right.
miles away there.
Don't you worry about it. Absolutely fine, mate. Right, let's get you back in the room for the next,
Please.
shall we? Over at Sandown, where we go for the Henry VIII Novices Chase. Again, only 4 runners, which seems a shame. You should at least have 6 in the Henry VIII, shouldn't you? It should be a prerequisite. Lulamba is 8-13 here. Lump sum 9-2. Be Aware 5-1. Al Nilam 15-2, and a small but select field of 3 horses who have really proven themselves in high-class handicap hurdles and were almost top class over the smaller obstacles. And, of course, Lulamba, who, apart from the Triumph Hurdle, Tom, carried all before him. And, again, there are still some people on social media that haven't forgiven me or Keels for thinking that East India Dock would beat Lulamba, even though neither of them won. So I'm really excited to begin this debate again for another season of how good Lulamba is. But look, he looked good at Exeter, the time was good, and the form's been given a right old boost today.
Yeah, I mean, he's a tricky one, isn't he? Because his reputation undoubtedly outstrips what he's actually achieved on the track. Because although he was finished second in the Triumph, I don't think it was a brilliant race. He went on to Punchestown last time and turned the tables on Poneras. I get that, and he did jump fine at Exeter, but it wasn't like he was electric at his fences. He was satisfactory, is how I'd describe it. I think there's a case for thinking that Lump Sum has better actual form than him. I think his second in the Betfair hurdle off a massive weight was a really good run. So while people like to say graded horses are definitely better than top class handicappers, I'm not totally convinced that the juvenile form was that good. So I'd give him a chance, Lump Sum. He definitely jumped very well at Uttoxeter. Be Aware is taken really well to fences too. And I like the way he went around Cheltenham last time. But if Lulamba is as good as the Henderson camp and everyone thinks he is, he'll win. But I'm just, second time out, Sandown, heavy ground. I'm not sure I'd be backing him at 8-13, that's for sure.
Yeah, so, I mean, again, Altior, John Bon, both dotted up in this before going on to bigger and better things. Again, part of me, what I was saying at the start of the show, Robbie, part of me I want to see him come up and absolutely bolt up here because we want as many exciting horses to rise to the top as possible. And like I said, we've barely seen him on the racecourse, have we?
Yeah, I mean, like Tom's, I totally agree that he is plenty short on what he's actually done. I was reading Sam Thomas's quotes just now, saying Lump Sum has a bit to find on his hurdles rate, and I'm not sure he does really. I think he was certainly one of the best 2-mile hurdlers in Britain last season. Just worries me the rain that Sandown has had, to be honest, because he's at his best on good ground. But yeah, I thought he was just as impressive, if not more impressive, on his chasing day than Lulamba. The horse he beat, Jax Jr., is a good horse who went on and pummeled Jericho the Repenate at Kempton next time.
Yeah.
Highly rated horse of the Hendersons. So I think he was the way I was looking before the rain came. That worries me. But I would also give a shout to Be Aware and Alnalam as well, because they've made really nice transitions to chasing. Essentially, it's one of those where I'm probably going to sit it out now, having back lump sum early in the week. But I would not be taking that short price. I wouldn't be rushing to do that, for sure.
No. Again, it's very much a... I think he will probably win, but I don't want to be playing at those prices to find out.
Yeah, you can leave it, yeah.
But it is, I mean, they are all talented horses, and we saw with Mirabad today at Exeter again, in similar... It's a very similar profile, that race, wasn't it? Joyeuse was the best horse. Henderson run well last time out. And you could look at Mirabad and say just a handicapper. But it is a different proposition. And like you said, there's not that much between winning 20 runner top class handicap hurdles and winning decent graded races.
And something I'll add is he's obviously far from the finished product. He's only 4. He's only just started his career. You've got horses more in their prime, lump sum 7 years old, a lot more experience on his belt. And obviously these 2 mile chases at Sandown is just all about rhythm and how you negotiate your fences at speed. So, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if he got one. He didn't get the same sort of rhythm, a trickier jumping test. So for that reason as well, it just makes it all the more unlikely to want to get involved in him at a short price.
Although I did everything, I thought part of the reason why I was taking him on last year was this lad looks like a chaser, like he's a big lad.
But isn't people are talking about him as like a potential Gold Cup horse down the line rather than, I know class is the most important thing, but you know, his horse is probably gonna stay further, and this is a sharpish test. Yeah, but
people want to put horses in similar approaches.
It's true,
the next Shishkin is which people want.
Yeah, we're saying that about Altior, like, oh, it'd be better over further. Never happened.
Yeah, and maybe not unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, Nicky Henderson post 2.5 miles isn't that interested, really, is he?
Yeah, exactly. There's always this yearning for horses to just go over further.
Yeah.
And maybe.
I hope you're wrong there, Ross. I hope you're wrong. I hope he's interested in Django Bay being better over further.
Yeah, possibly, but we said that. But he dropped him back for an Arkle, didn't he? I mean, it does it all the time, and it's weird. This is going to be a weird tangent, but you know, Matt Shepherd, the trainer, you know, said he specialises in slow 2 milers. He's like, they could go 2.5, they could go 3 miles, but I prefer him to stay further over 2. I feel like Nicky Henderson likes the similar type, but for the very top class chasers. He's loath to run them in those proper sort of heartbreaking staying top class chasers.
You say that, but I think the owners of Long Run and Bobsworth and Trebolgan and
that's 3 horses in 20 years, Tom.
That's 3 bloody good ones, Ross. Excuse my language.
But Willie Mullins has had three of the same profile in the past 12 months.
I think Shishkin would have won a King George too. I don't know.
Oh, he would have, but he didn't run him. He didn't. That's the point, Tom. He didn't run him in it. He didn't run him.
He did. He fell over when he was winning.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, sorry.
He didn't finish, so it didn't count.
Yeah, that didn't count. Didn't count, Tom.
Irrelevant.
It doesn't count, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure falling over when he was winning really convinced Nicky that he should run more in 3 mile chasers, I'm sure. Anyway, but let's have a look. What have we got on the chat? Don't discount Al Nalam, especially after its win at Cheltenham in October, says Darren. And lump sum is the value bet, says Jeff. Right, fascinating race there at Sandown. Lalamba 8-13 to follow in some illustrious stablemates' footsteps. Next up at Sandown, we have a proper Sandown handicap hurdle here, over 2 miles, and of course your Knickerbocker Glories, your Affodils, your Go Dantes, and your Goshens are turning up. Knickerbocker Glories 15-8, Glyn Bray is 130, Affodil is 11-2, Go Dante 6-1, Katira 11-1, Honky Tonk Highway 14s, Goshen 16s with Metier at 18-1. And plenty of horses who will relish conditions here at Sandown. But Robbie Wilder's not more so than the favourite, whose profile, when coming off the back of a break in races like this, is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, ho-ho.
He's going to be hard to beat.
Boy, is it, you reckon?
I think he is.
You're going in full steam ahead.
Well, you've bet one against him.
Yes, I have.
So you're going to disagree with me.
Why didn't he run it in the Greatwood? I don't know, but I thought that maybe just wait for it. He's got a form of Sandown, hasn't he, I suppose?
Well, they said unsuitable ground.
I think it was pretty suitable.
Well, I think...
It was drying, though, wasn't it?
It was a horrible... I think that Sunday, it was a horrible race. It was horrible conditions, wasn't it, by the time they got to that Sunday? I think they... You can't put unsuitable weather, necessarily, but I would have...
No one wants to run in the rain, really, do they? I did that last week. It was
winds
not fun.
And all sorts. It was sticky ground.
Yeah.
It was odd. It was
You
a
can't.
race.
Yeah, too windy. That should be an non-runner excuse. It is hard to run in the wind. I've tried it before, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was getting absolutely blown all over the place in Birch Park last weekend.
No, I know it's tough. It's You need to slipstream in behind someone.
Exactly.
There you go.
More of an indoor runner.
What have you backed?
I've backed Glyn Bray.
Okay.
I like this horse. He unexposed, going right-handed. Right. That's a new angle. That's something Rodders would say, isn't it?
yeah. Is he great as
well?
well?
He's won a lot of races going left-handed, jumping out to his right. And he won at this track last time over 2.5 miles. And you're thinking, he looked like he was going to get beaten at one point, and then he rallied to the victory. So you're thinking, why is he going back to 2 miles? But I'm thinking, well, I like that attitude. He showed that. I like horses who fight for the cause. And this horse is pretty rugged. Not rugged, is that a word I was going for?
Yeah.
He's rugged. He's got a nice profile. He's consistent, and he's only 5. I think he's a handicap earlier on the up. Whereas Knickerbocker, sure, he is on a high enough mark for a horse that's nearly 10, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's going to be ready. I just wonder if he might be susceptible to younger legs, and the same goes for Go Dante.
Yeah, I think in contrast, for example, you Go Dante's and Affodil has been unplaced every run pre-New Year and has a fantastic spring record. So there's horses for times of year.
Horses
the profile.
for times of year.
Knickerbocker Glory and your Glyn Brays for this one. Affodils and your Go Dantes for your Imperial
nice.
Cups, that kind of thing.
Nice.
Feels like that kind of. I think it's quite a good race to bet in because of that feeling that some of these are actually just running
building towards something. But then you could, playing devil's advocate, could Go Dante. He's going to be 10 when he tries to win his 3rd Imperial Cup.
Yeah.
How many more big days has he got in? Does it not make more sense to have him ready to rock? What do you think?
Well, I think when the answer to how many more big days he got in, one, possibly.
Just one in March.
In
That's
March.
it.
Possibly.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't like him either way. But Glyn Bray for me, and Knickerbocker Glory for you, and for Tom.
Yeah. In terms of Glyn Bray, putting horses in profiles, is it the next I like to move it, kind of stepping into Master Chewy, the owners, 2 mile.
Oh yeah.
Decent 2 milers.
Yeah, we like these young improvers, don't we?
Yeah. All right. Glyn Bray then, dropping back to 2 miles. Stays 2.5, handles soft ground. And he's got Toby McCain-Mitchell in the saddle as well, who I've been, if you haven't been impressed with him, then I think you've been watching the wrong races for sure. So Glyn Bray, 132nd favourite. But yeah, Knickerbocker Glory, last 3 seasons. Again, horses for courses, for races, for profiles. He clearly comes back after a summer break, Tom, and goes, right, let's go. Wins his race, and then has enough. But he's going to be hard to beat. What did you make of this race?
Well, he's going to be hard to beat. 15-8 is not for me. That's it's a tough handicap on tough ground. He might win, but it was much bigger. Well, it was a much worse race last year when he won it. In fact, it was a pretty rubbish race, if truth be told, which he won last year. He's up in the weight, so I thought I'd take him on. And I know you don't like him, Ross. I like Affodil a bit. I'm not worried about that. After Christmas stuff, I thought he ran perfectly well at Ascot. Don't worry about him on the ground. I like his Sandown record. Harry Cobden's getting down to his lowest weight. I just thought he's going to run well. I thought he'd run really well. He beat Knickerbocker Glory in the Imperial Cup last year. He probably should have won it. Probably hit the front too soon. The ground's not an issue, I don't think. He was 5th in the county hurdle off a £10 higher mark in 2024. He led at the last alongside, which we'll talk about later, Load Absurd beat him. He lost 3rd on the line. Plenty of form that gives him a very good chance off his current mark. He was 12-1 earlier in the day. I thought that was too big. He's about the right price now. That's how I would have had him. I'd have had Knickerbocker Glory about 2-1. Glyn Bray I get as well. He's unexposed. He'll like the ground and he'll stay. Preston Davis used to have a very good record in races like this, so I like those. But I thought those were the 3. I mean, you could make a case for Goshen, I suppose, coming back after the Moore form. Moore horses ran so well today, and he will love the ground. So if he's back, yes, you can make a case for him. Not my type of bet, him, but I could see it. I just thought when I was doing it earlier on, the double figure price about Affodil was way too big, and that's why I took a bit of that.
All right, Affodil currently 11-2 shot. I slightly take. I know it was a potentially a bad race last year, Tom, but I mean he beat Nemean Lion by 8 lengths, and he was 3rd in a Grade 1 last week, Nemean Lion.
Yeah, yeah. And listen, I didn't think the Milan was in great form last year, to be honest. And listen, I get what you're saying, and maybe you're right.
Oh no, it's slightly tongue in cheek, again.
I know, I did get it, but 15-8 is 15-8, isn't it? At the end of the day, in a tough handicap.
Yeah, fair enough. That's the 2 mile. Let's have a look at what people make of the chat. To be fair, Tom Leach says Ross Affordill's won 4 with Compton riding 3 of them. I cash in booking. That is true, but again, like his name, I'm hoping he comes good in the spring, Tom. As for the rest. Dave Brown says, when Knickerbocker Glory hacks up, I'll be singing Lonnie Gordon, It's Happening All Over Again.
Not familiar with that one.
No, me neither. You, Tom?
No.
No, okay. Dave, send us a link to it, and we might sing it over the closing credits. And Here, There, and Everywhere also says claiming jockeys have also won 3 of the last 4 renewals. But again, Toby McCain-Mitchell, he's good, isn't he?
Not bad, is he? £5, absolute steal, mate.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He's got the pedigree, and he's related to Ginger McCain. So I hear.
Yeah, there's a lot. Again, he's got you've got to have 5 or 6 surnames, haven't you, to make it in the jockeys game?
Yeah, Brierley and Wilders have got no chance of it.
We've got absolutely no chance.
No nepotism going on here.
Well, I think it's just like anything, the more you do it, the better you get. And I can assure you, my dad was not legging me up on horses.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
I can assure you, my dad has not watched a horse race in 61 years. So
No? What race did he watch then?
Or
is he 61?
61, yeah.
What's he into? What other sports?
He likes, he's a big Chelsea fan. That's where I got it from, obviously.
Yeah.
He just likes football, really, mate, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Thanks very much indeed.
Will he be watching the World Cup draw, Robbie?
Nah, no chance.
No, not interested in England football, just Chelsea.
Yeah, no, I'm a bit the same, Tom, though. Like, I would much rather Chelsea won the Champions League than England won the World Cup.
Well, I'm with you.
Well,
I don't understand how people love it so much. They hate Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard during the week,
Yes.
but then as soon as they play for England, you've got to cheer for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I'd like to be very clear that I would much prefer England to win the World Cup than Chelsea win the Premier League.
But
me.
what if it was
And me,
Sheffield
funnily enough.
Wednesday winning the Premier League, mate?
I mean,
Well, you just need to survive, first of all.
I think there's more chance of the Democratic Republic of Congo winning the World Cup than Sheffield Wednesday winning the Premier League.
Ross, I haven't told you, you are cordially invited to Reading next year to watch Reading versus Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday.
I can't wait. I
Go
cannot
together,
wait.
that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Nice day out.
Lovely day out.
See,
in the
you
no
say
team.
I never see you, Ross. I invite you, and you say no.
No, I'll come. Is it
Then I do.
It's not still the Majewski, is it? Is it the Majewski?
No.
No. Where are you now?
Sponsor now, isn't it?
Select Car Leasing
Wow.
Stadium.
All right.
Famous.
How about that?
It's not
Ringtone.
quite, yeah. Next year, I'll see you there. I'll see you there next year.
And
I'll
if
come as
Select
well.
Car Leasing, Ross, don't send us a nice new car soon. We won't mention Select Car Leasing ever again, will we?
We won't, and we won't mention that that wine merchant, whatever they were called.
Yeah, they never arrived, did they? The
Never
wines.
Never arrived. Doesn't work, does it? Right. Okay. Let's see if William Hill will send us $500,000 if we mention this. The William Hill $500,000 Becher Handicap chase. 3.25 miles over the national fences at Aintree tomorrow. Top weight, classy stayer, Mr. Vango is 5-1 favourite here. Gallia Delito 11-2. Gaborio 6-1. Bioluminescence is 13-2. Bill Baxter 7-1. Western in the Park 8s. Excello 9s. White Rhino is also 9-1, and it is bigger the rest at Aintree 4 at the 240 tomorrow. Again, a midwinter spin. Over the national fences, always entertaining, that's for sure. But rated 152, 12 stone, top weight in this. It's going to be a right old task for Mr. Vango, isn't it, at Tom? Admittedly, last time we saw him, he couldn't stop winning. Half this field have to prove they stay, and he certainly does not. But yeah, it's a big ask again in terms of classy horses. We all love a big weight staying performance, weight carrying performance in a staying chase, Tom. But I don't know, I kept looking at him thinking, crikey, it really is a big ask, and there's some good horses at much lower weights.
Yeah, I mean, I did the Welsh National in the week, and I'm not one for thinking that top weights can't win these races by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I quite like them because I think everyone else hates them, simply because they think that carrying big weights over long distances it's at the end of the day, it's still a handicap. And if Mr. Van Gogh's that best handicapped horse in the race, he's got a massive chance. The question is he the best handicap in the race?
Well, and the thing, I don't mind the ones. I don't mind. I'm more a class than a weight. But I don't, if you've been running in better races and you're dropping down and you're giving lumps of weight away to inferior rivals, count me in. But if you've got there by going through the same grade, then I slightly go off them.
Yeah, I get that, and also he's the favourite at the end of the day. I mean, I fancy bioluminescence in this, just simply because I think she's a class. She could be a Grade 1 mare running against handicappers. Now she's got a bit of weight to give. She's not the best handicapped in the race. I have no idea what bioluminescence is, but she jumps, she stays, she likes soft ground. She could be better than these. So that's the type of horse I like. I like banking. She ran in one handicap, didn't she? She ran in the Irish National. She was knocked out of the race very early on, but she started 9-1 for that. The question is, what do you do with Gary Cromwell's form? Now, these sort of things, like Liverpool football fans, isn't it? They're out of form at the moment, but they won't be out of form forever. Mm. And who knows when Gavin Cromwell's coming back? It could be tomorrow, for all I know. And so I like her just simply because I think she could be a class above these. She could be a proper one. Whereas I think we know where the others are, really. And so she'll do for me. It's just the class angle. She might finish last, and everyone will think Gavin Cromwell's horses are terrible. But I like backing horses that I think could win by 10 lengths in every race, and I don't think anything else. Because we know what they can do. We don't actually know what bioluminescence can do, and I think she could be good. Yeah,
fair enough. Bioluminescence, I believe, is the in animals, like glowworms and things. Basically, it's being able to produce light through natural natural processes.
Means.
Very good.
The production of light by living organisms through a chemical reaction.
There you go.
Gemini, AI overview.
Lovely stuff.
And I am like with Tom on bioluminescence. I have to say, really hard word to type out, Tom. I don't know if you found that today.
It is frustrating, isn't it? Keep forgetting one of the C's. I kept forgetting one of the C's.
One of the C's, one of the S's, one of the E's. I mean, it drove me mad. But I got it written down correctly, thanks to auto check. And I'm here to say I agree with you, my friend.
Look, well, so let's talk about this. I mean, one from 61 in the past 2 weeks. He's had 9 horses go off at single figures. Only 2 have placed. And it's not just the last 2 weeks. He was 1 from 61 the previous 2 weeks. I mean, this is a...
Forget it, mate. Well, what?
Yeah, but you said the other day...
He came off the cold list with a 12-1 winner a couple of days ago.
Yeah, but you can't... If you back them all, you're still losing your trousers.
That's the wonderful thing is, me and Tom are only backing one Cromwell horse tomorrow.
Right, okay.
So we're only going to lose one bet if it doesn't do anything. True. But, yeah, I looked at this at the start of the week and thought... Well, Johnny Who was Antipo's favourite. He's been taken out, and now JP's happy to rely on bioluminescence. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
She's got the nod to run. She is a Grade 2 winner over fences already. Beat Pagan, who's done great things this season.
Yeah.
As Tom alluded to, Irish Grand National. Forget that. Wiped out the start, basically. That was a run you're not taking at face value. And then on a return, she's been caught out for speed against a proper top-class mare like Spindleberry, who, I mean, Spindleberry's owner apparently wants to go for the Gold Cup. I don't know if he'll persuade Mullins to do that anyway, but I think in a race containing so few interesting runners, I'm looking, like Tom, for something unexposed with class, and I think she's the class horse in the field. I know Mr. Van Gogh's top weight, but to me, he's a bit of a slogger, and he'll have other days, whereas bioluminescence, I think he's fascinating. He's coming over. And providing that Cromwell can prove doubters like yourself wrong, I think we're on to something.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll message you when she finishes 5th.
P.S. I've also backed Twig.
Right, okay, all right. You branching out?
Yeah, I'll just do the case quickly. Massive price. Second British horse home in the Grand National. Won last time in a veterans chase. Just a little bit underestimated for me, really. Runs really good races in all these top chases. Won't mind soft ground. Best RPR on heavy. Massive price with Ben Paulin.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the other one.
All right, a couple of angles there then. Here's a few bits and bobs for you, Tom. The last 6 were rated between 137 and won 4-1 in this race. Again, I'm not necessarily suggesting, but sometimes you do look at a race and you go, how have 6 races in a row of horses all up? It's £4 in the middle of the handicap, the absolute sweet spot. It makes no sense whatsoever.
How many of them are in tomorrow's race, Ross?
3, I believe.
And they are?
White Rhino, Bill Baxter, and Ramage. And I'm going to mention Ramage, right? This is Ramage's 51st chase start. Made its chasing debut in July 2015 on the day that postponed won the King George. And if this horse finishes in the top 4 tomorrow, it will pass £1 million in prize money. Yet it's never won more than 1 race in the UK or Ireland.
That's amazing work.
That is insane, isn't it? It's mad. I
almost swore I was so shocked.
You're so shocked. Unbelievable stuff. The age of 13. Almost got Robbie fired. Unbelievable stuff.
Bruce got away with it.
And a few more, genuinely a few more that interested me a little bit. I mean, Gaborio, record over staying trips over fences. First, third, first, unseated. First, third, sixth, third, pulled up second. Lightweight, stays really well. I thought Gaborio would go well, Tom.
Yeah, he runs very well at the track, doesn't he? 4 miles. He stayed 4 miles in the past. Appreciate no reason why he won't run well. Calais-le-Taux, the same. I do think Mr. Van Gogh's got a chance. I do. And Bill Baxter ran really well back over hurdles last time, didn't he? And he's won around the track before, so he's got a chance too. I mean, look at the prices there. We've got how many? 8 on the market. 8 between 5 to 1 and 9 to 1. That's what the type of race it is.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one. I'm
really looking forward to it.
I am, and often these kind of races, I often think they're a bit much. The more I looked at this, the more I kind of thought it was quite interesting. I mean, Val Dancer. The only thing is, I looked at Val Dancer, and then I went all Tom Segal. I looked at the horse. I thought this horse has never finished unplaced in staying handicap chasers until last time out. Finished lashed at 9, beat at 15 lengths. Can't back it.
Welsh National around the corner as well.
Welsh National around the corner as well. Yeah, that is true.
Big race though, Robbie, isn't it? It's a big race. Don't want to, if you can win the Becher chase.
True enough.
How much is that for the winner? Don't know.
True enough. Don't like horses finished last time though. Don't like that.
No, I don't back those. We leave them to Keels and the boys that actually win money up betting.
I like my. If given the choice, I prefer my horses to finish first than last. But that's just call me old-fashioned. As for those on the chat, Mr. Van Gogh for Darren and GSTW. Aidan Kelly says, Gaborio loves these fences. 10 stone 2, must go close and due a victory at Aintree. Gallia de Lito is thrown in, says Tom Leach. William B says, don't fire Robbie, we heard nothing.
You're getting too relaxed on these shows, mate, I'll tell you.
Yeah, we were having too much fun. You forgot
exactly.
we were on air.
You pulled out one of the best pieces of information I've ever heard on this show.
Look,
it merited a strong response.
It's about time I prove my worth, isn't it? So there you go. That's about it. That's about it for this 240 over.
Anyone's interested, Ross? We've got Croatia so far in our group.
Of course we have.
Yeah, we always get Croatia.
We play them loads, don't we?
You know what? And the funny thing is, I played paddle this morning and I wore the classic Croatia shirt from like 15, 20 years ago, which I've had for 20 years.
You've cursed us.
And I wore it this morning, and the guy I played with was like, "Oh, I've got that shirt. I love that shirt." And I went, "Yeah, we'll probably get him in the group later on tonight."
And it's happened.
First team that come out. I should have backed.
Chances? Can you actually bet on the
question is, draw? Ross, how did you go? Did you win?
I did win. Yeah, 6-2, 6-3. Yeah.
Oh, dearie me, 6-2, 6-3. It was a drubbing then.
It was a bit of a. Sorry, James and Dave, but it was a drubbing. However, it was balanced out by one of the guys I was playing with. Hitting me perfectly in the old Cracker Jacks.
The Tingle Creeks.
The old Tingle Creeks, yeah. Which we had to abandon the game 5 minutes early because turns I can't have kids anymore. So Anyway, right, let's move on then, shall we, to the Tingle Creek, the big feature of the day. Il était temps at 10 to 11 here. Loda Sud at 9 to 4. John Bond 4 to 1. Liberty Hunter 28 to 1. Boot Hill the 80 to 1 outsider of the bunch. 2 7-year-olds take on the Master in John Bond, who looked a little bit sluggish last time out when put in his place by Loda Sud, and he probably thought, "Come on then, I'll turn up at Sandown and we'll have a rematch. But unfortunately, Tingle has also turned up to possibly give him a beating as well. So there's a possibility here, Tom, that John Bond finishes out of the front two.
Very much so. Very much so, isn't it?
Doesn't happen, does it? Doesn't happen, but it might tomorrow.
It should have happened last time.
It should have happened last time.
I don't know how he got away with that.
Yeah. But he somehow manages to find a way to finish in the first two every single time. Last time he should have been third, but he's got two real up and comers up against him, Tom.
The last two of the last three, isn't it? Because in the champion chase, how he finished second in that, missed Quilixie.
That's true.
The last as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's a bit of luck for this old stat, but I don't fancy him. I don't. You know, he's not my type of horse anymore. John Bond, he's an absolute wonder horse and he's brilliant. Done so many good things for the sport, won so many brilliant races, but I don't know. He is top of my Lummox list, these days. And I just, he just doesn't jump well enough anymore. It looks like it's a bit, I don't know what's happened to these Henderson horses, but John Bond and Constitution Hill were carrying all before them. Now they just don't seem to want to jump at any stage. You know what I mean?
Is there a possibility that they're both operated at such an exceptionally high level that the drop off is a bit. I mean, possible. The bigger you are, the harder you fall and all that. Yeah,
possible, but it's normally the last thing that leaves good horses is their jumping ability. To be fair, I mean, lots of good horses tend to jump well all throughout their career. I tend to think until they end up going too fast for their own good and then falling. But they're not old horses, these two, and he just seems to have lost his mojo at the jump. So look, he's back at Sandown. I'm sure cheap pieces are on. I'm sure there'll be plenty that want to back him. Just not my style. I much prefer the two at the top. I think Loda Sud would be my bet of the two, just simply because I thought he was exceptional last time, and I think he's the best jumper of all these runners, and I think it's not even close. I think he's a really, really good jumper. Sandown suits him. I think they just got to be positive on him and let him rip. I think that's what Lotus is good at. I don't think, get them jumping, get Il LAT Tomp and John Bond jumping, because if you can force them into mistakes, I'm sure you can. Neither of them are the best jumpers around. I think this is the day for Lotus Sud, and I hope he wins because I was so impressed with him last time. He's for me. Il LAT Tomp's clearly got a massive chance, isn't he? He loves Sandown. He looked really good there last year. He's a bit like Lotus Sud. He's underrated, isn't he? Because of his Cheltenham form. Because everyone, I just don't think he's as good as Cheltenham anywhere else. Everywhere else he seems to win, and he's got form with the best of them. I'm just wondering whether today or tomorrow is Lotus Sud's day. I think he's going to be cherry ripe. Il LAT Tomp, I'm sure will be, but I just have a feeling it might be Lotus Sud.
Okay, Lotus Sud then is a 9-4 shot for Dan and Harry Skelton. Again, I mean, could it be his day tomorrow? It certainly could. It seems to be every other Skelton's horse day at the moment. But I love Il LAT Tomp.
Yeah, he's class, isn't he?
I absolutely love it. Again, he is underrated. I mean, he's recording Grade 1 hurdles was second, first, fifth, second. Grade 1 chasers, second, first, third, first. Last time he absolutely dotted up at Clonmel. Paul Townend's ridden him 3 times. He's 3 from 3 on him, and 31 lengths of that total victories in those 3 graded chasers. He's won 5 Grade 1s. He's won 1 more Grade 1 than John Bond had when he came into this race as a 7-year-old. And because he missed most of last season, and because his hurdles form was a little bit strange, and like Tom says, he doesn't run Cheltenham that well. But I mean, he's a pocket rocket, and he just batters everything apart from Gaelic Warrior. He batters everything that's not in his own stable.
Yeah,
he gets put up
absolutely.
against.
He's got a weird profile really, in that he was a second season hurdler, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Who's just taking time to come alive, and a bit like John Bond. Everyone talks about John Bond's form, but he's not really done it at Cheltenham. Form figures of 3.55. He's won his last 5 away from Cheltenham, though. A hell of a lot of 2s in there as well. So he's a top-class horse. And to me, I know Mullins has had a few horses beaten this over the past few years, but to me, he's the best candidate he's sent since Underso in 2016.
Yeah.
In terms of his sort of profile, he sent Underso to finish second here when he was 10 and 11, like the best days are over. Il LAT Tomp he's been obviously trained for this race. I think that's obviously significant. I mean, it makes sense really, because Mullins would normally start his champion chase horses in the hilly way, and he's already been there and done it at Sandown, ended John Bond's unbeaten record there. Obviously, Lotusud is the one that I fear most, but I still think Ilate will have just a bit too much for him.
And he's only 7.
Yeah, I mean he could keep going on and on.
He could have another 2 years.
He's not unexposed because he's run 16 times for Mullins, but he is getting better still.
Yeah, but I mean, how old's Energumene? He's now, what, 10, 11?
Yeah, he's still knocking around, isn't he?
He's still having a good go.
He can keep him going.
Yeah, I think he's just such a good horse. But like you said, because he seems to hate going around Cheltenham, he didn't jump well in the Supreme, he didn't jump well in the Arkle. But like you said, send him literally anywhere else. Yeah, and he looks a monster.
It's only 3 starts ago he beat Gaelic Warrior easily as well.
And to be fair, he should have. One of the times Gaelic Warrior beat him was that controversial one where.
Oh yes.
There's a bit of argy-bargy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he is underrated. I only really started getting on with the hype about Ilate Tom when he beat John Bond really easily in that celebration. Yeah. So I think he's the obvious play. Yeah. Although I actually do think 10 to 11 is very, very fair, to be honest. I'd rather take that than the Lambert price. Let's put it that way. Well,
he's the he's literally everything in his favour tomorrow. He's fit. Yeah. He's got course form. He'll handle the ground. We know he's classy enough. He's not on the downgrade. Like there isn't a box that's not ticked.
What about the jumping, Ross? You happy with that?
I'm happy everywhere but Cheltenham. Yeah.
It's just that's the only thing the only negative I can ever think about Ilate Tom is he's just that high, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's tiny. And so just jumping sometimes, especially if he got really heavy, might be a little bit tricky for him. Don't know.
It's possible, yeah, but it's one of those things where you're kind of scratching around, looking for this might happen. But I mean, personally, again, it's another one of those races. I hope they turn into the home straight and they've all got a chance because it could be an absolute blinder of a finish.
Yeah, could be. It's a really good race, isn't it? I mean, Madgeborough's obviously not around, and Marine Nationale, but the other ones are there, aren't they? I mean, there's not many 2 miles around, and 3 of them are running in this race, so it's really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Ilate Tom gets beaten. Please don't fall for it, guys, says Tom Leach with his crystal ball. Chasers says he's the best horse in. I don't know. There's quite a lot of chat going on, trying to work out what people actually fancy here. But better back in John Bond without the fab if you want an even money bet. Liberty Hunter should run well at 28 to 1. But see, he's still underrated because nobody in the chat fancies him. So, but anyway, cracking Tingle Creek potentially tomorrow. Let's move on then, shall we? Back to Aintree we go for the 3:15, 2.5 mile handicap hurdle here, where Bear Market is 9 to 2 with Rambo T. 5 to 1 Active Authority. Wellington Arch is 5 to 1 as well. Rubber Ball 13 to 2. Sunray Shadow 9. Stream of Stars 12s and 14 to 1 bar those. And I go over to the man to my left. Who was saying that he has a...
Yeah, the bet is not on that graphic.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's rare that someone goes, I've got a very strong fancy and I have to scroll down to find it.
Exactly,
so,
yeah. I mean,
what are we looking at?
I've got a strong fancy in that I think he should be in the mix. There's such a wide open race, but I think Kraken Rhapsody should be in the mix there with those sort of 6, 7 to 1 horses because he's a really smart handicap hurdler. I mean, he's won the Moor Battle and the Scottish Champion Hurdle on 2 of his last few starts. Beating Cabral du Matin, who, sure, he's moved stable, gone to Skelton, but, you know, that's good form for me. And the Moor Battle form's worked out very well, as we were chatting about off air. He ran a stinker in the Greatwood, yeah, but he did the same last year before winning this weekend a few years later. I think he just badly needed it. It's the question mark is the 2.5 mile trip, sure. To me, he's worth a go at it. I can't see any reason why he won't stay. He's related. Evan Willens had his half brother who was a 2.5 miler. He's declared for a 2.5 mile race in the spring, came out because of fast ground. I don't think he should be 16s, mate.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Is there a concern that if he goes south of Newcastle, he seems to lose his way?
Well, Aintree's still pretty north, man.
It is.
Although not as north as Scotland.
It's not, no. It's the slightly different accent.
Indeed, talking of Scotland, boys, they've drawn Brazil.
Oh,
have they really?
What a tie that will be.
Okay.
Scotland, Brazil and Morocco. England, what was that say? England and Panama. England, Croatia, and Panama.
Oh, the
Panama,
big three.
nice.
The big three.
Big 3. What a game that is.
Oh, unbelievable. I'm watching that on Canal Plus. No, anyway. All right, okay. Keep us updated on the fourth team, Tom. If Panama's the third out of the pot, who knows who's going to be the fourth?
No, they were the fourth. I'm not really watching it, but I just looked over to see what was going on, and Panama is the bottom one. So we've got Group 3 still to come. Whoever that is, I don't know. It's too uncomplicated.
What did they draw out Group 4 before Group 3? It's quite unusual, isn't it?
It's fine. Anyway, let's not get into that. Let's stick with the 3:15 at Aintree. You keep us updated, Tom, when the last team comes through, and you tell us what you fancy in this 9-2 joint favourites for, let's be honest, another insanely competitive race.
Impossible. Went through. Spent hours on it, and as I told you last week, Ross, or I've told you a million times, if it takes me hours, I've got no chance of finding the winner. So as soon as after the first hour, I kept on looking because I thought it's got to be crackable. Couldn't find an angle in at all. Bear market. Mel Rowley's horse is going really well. Looked good last time. I thought it won with a bit in hand. 9-2, up in class. Nah, not really. Wellington Arch, who knows what the John Joe horses are going to be like after their comeback. Rambo T was really impressive at Chepstow, and it's pretty good. But is he the first string of Ollie Murphy when he's got active authority in there with Lewis Saunders on it, who tends to ride his, second in the Charlton Festival? Don't know. Rubberball ran a bit better than his finishing position would say in the Greatwood, was it? But it was still beating miles. But he still finished in front of Robbie's cracking Rhapsody. I get Robbie's angle, and I understand it because he's 16-1, a big price. Beaten 50 lengths last time, so he was off my list. Sunray Shadow was interesting because he was Skelton, and I thought he'll have had this in his mind for a handicap like this, but he's got no form whatsoever. Stream of Stars is a 10-year-old. Kepler's Law ran terrible. Well, got beaten a long way at Newbury last weekend. Didn't know where to go. Literally have no clue. If forced, active authority, maybe.
Yeah. That's kind of what I ended up going down. I think everyone, he was the big eye catcher, wasn't he, in the Martin Pipe, and then everyone backed him in a completely different race up to 3 miles at Aintree. Thought he ran quite well at Newbury, but 2.5 miles for Lewis Saunders. He's won 2 and finished second to Wadu, who's a Group 1 horse, Grade 1 horse. So, I'd be disappointed if he doesn't come rattling home down the Aintree straight for a place at the very least, Tom.
Yeah, that's what I came down on. But he's only 5-1 in a race where, look, there's 4 of them, but 5-1, 9-2. It's not my type. I get it. He would be my fancy, but I'm not sure I'm going to put any hard-earned, well, I wouldn't call it hard-earned, but put my earned on, on anything in this race.
Yeah, fair enough. Kepler's Law for Boris the Blade. Rambo T, I like, but the price sucks, so no bet. Good discipline there. Tom Leach. And Darren Ewan's gone with Wellington Arch. And Paul Tolliver says Rubberball to bounce back to form.
Very good.
There you go. Fantastic. Right, let's go to Sandown for the London National. Then 3.5 miles in bad ground at the stiff track, stiff fences. This is going to be a test, but to be fair, there's quite a few horses in here who will relish this test. O'Connell is 5-2, Tanganyika is 4-1, Rivers Corner 9-2 with Ask Brewster, 11-2 bar those, and I'll go to a London National. About the London National, it's the most London person we could find. It's Robbie Wilder.
Yeah, Roderson isn't around, is he? But he wouldn't be far off either.
Not far off.
Or Kills even. I like Ask Brewster. I know the big man tipped him for the Coral Gold Cup, didn't run in that. I'm surprised he didn't tip him in this race today, Tom. That surprised me that you didn't tip him.
Yeah, just don't know why. No.
Because he's
the track was different. I thought the track was different. I was worried about the ground.
Yep.
Harry Cobden is riding. And when I did it, he was 4-1. And the one I fancied was a much, much bigger price. They're the same price now. So... Yeah. I probably might switch if I had my time again, because I'm a big fan of Ask Brewster. Slightly worried if it really, really rains, but love the horse. I think he's really well handicapped. Could see him. I've no doubt he can win. I like Rivers Corner though. You've sort of set me up there, Rob.
Yep.
Just like the form. Just thought he was really good at Newbury. I think he'll stay forever. I think he's guaranteed to improve for this. Love the way he jumps. Good run last time. Over 2.5 miles extra, staying on behind a horse that won again today. Down the bottom of the weight, so didn't realise this, but he's top rated on Racing Post ratings as well, which for an unexposed horse in a race like this, I thought was quite interesting. He was 12-1. He's now 9-2. That's probably a bit short, stepping up in class, but I think he'll go well. O'Connell's obviously got a big chance too, having won here, the Masters here last year. He should have no problem stepping up. Stu Smith's and Joe Parkinson. His horses are in great form. Another competitive race. When I did it, Rivers Corner was double the price he is now. I think he's about the right price now. Ask Brewster is a massive favourite of mine, and I could see him winning too.
Right. And I hope he does. He's obviously won 3 on the spin. Fast finish at Chepstow last time. He did that thing where he rallies to victory after being headed. I like horses who do that. Big fan of horses who do that. Dig in, getting stuck in. He's just on an upward curve, and his stamina's proven. Sure, I get the slight ground concerns, but he has won on that terrain over hurdles. And Harry Cobden is up. So, yeah, I think plenty worse 92 shots you'll see on Saturday's card.
All right. Tanganyika not got a chance, I thought.
Got a chance, yeah. Make the case for me.
Well, just that Cheltenham race. I mean, they went like it was a 6 furlong sprint for half that. It was mad. They were going at Protectorate, Tanganyika. There was loads of them went off in an insane gallop, and I thought there's no way in hell this horse is going to finish tailed off. And I thought he ran quite well first run of the season. Venetia Williams again, ready to strike potentially.
Yep.
But
I get it, yeah.
But anyway, again, it's another cracking field, isn't it? There really are some good races on Saturday. So they're
really competitive, aren't they, Ross? I mean, they're not massive fields, but they've all got a little bit of something, little bit of pizzazz about them, haven't they?
I mean, you only need what? You really need 3. You need 3 horses to make a race, don't you? You can have an 8-runner field, but you need 3 horses to make it a proper battle. And there's not a single race tomorrow where I'm thinking,
yeah, even the ones with odds-on favourites, like you can make cases for others. So
yeah, those odds-on favourites aren't. They're not. They're. There's interesting angles even with the odds-on favourites.
Exactly. So. Although Elite wins.
Yes, I agree. Any other races worth mentioning that we haven't covered, gents?
I don't think so.
Yes, I would mention the Chepstow, the Welsh National Trial down there. That's a very, very good pointer to the Welsh National, funnily enough, given it's a trial.
Yeah.
But it is, over the years, it's always been very good because it's the perfect timing beforehand, same track, invariably run on soft ground as well. I thought it's very interesting to see how a couple of horses ran there. The Nick Gifford horse, a work in progress, who's won 4 or 5 on the bounce and looks like he could take another step forward. And the Bucks Fizz horse, Making Your Mind Up, I think it's called, that has been off for a bit. But Paul Nicholls has always said he was a Welsh national horse. Been off for a year or a bit. He comes back. This one, obviously, he'll need this. But if he ran well or ran with promise, he'll be one to look forward for the Christmas extravaganza in Wales.
All right, yeah. And I think the 12-10 at Sandown as well looks a cracker as well. Of course, the race that introduced Constitution Hill properly to the racing game. Remember him? Sober Glory, Hurricane Pat, Soldier Reeve, Shabalco Derm, Fresh Perspective, all of them off the back of really impressive wins. I mean, it's a listed race, but we could potentially get a proper graded horse out of that. So, yeah, good stuff tomorrow. Right. No advert, I believe, to close off, but I am going to remind you that that Black Friday offer on Racing Post Plus does end tonight. So sign up, 30% off every single package for the Racing Post Plus. Yeah, lots to like about this weekend in all 3 of those packages as well. Right, let's get the best bets, the naps for Tingle Creek Day or Becher at Chase Day over at Aintree. Starting off with the value shirt to my left, Mr. Robbie Wilders.
Oh, thank you. Tom's going to kick himself. Ask Brewster, 3.35 at Sandown.
Right, okay, you're going to make him regret.
Indeed.
Jumping off Ask Brewster. Tom.
I'm going to you, Ross, because I think every week you do the last one. You always get the short straw. So I'm being a very nice chap and letting you go next.
All right, well, I'm hoping I'm going to need a long straw, Tom, for Knickerbocker Glory.
That's boring. I gave you the chance and you come up with Knickerbocker Glory. It's the last time I do that, Mr.
I could give you one at Wolverhampton if you like instead, but is that more interesting?
Yes, that would be nice. What have you got at Wolverhampton?
I'll tell you what, let me just remind me what time the race is and you crack on. What's
Damn
yours?
it, I was stalling for time and now you've put the pressure on.
All right, go on then.
I was going to go for Rivers Corner, but Robbie's taken that race. So I will go for Bioluminescence in the Becher chase for the in-form Gavin Cromwell.
And I hope you're right.
Right, okay. The one at Wolverhampton I like is Mr. Baloo in the 6:30. He's supposed to run the other week at Wolverhampton, got abandoned due to fog, but really good record at the track. Dropped down in grade, picked up quite a bit of all-weather bonus money last year, and I think that might be the plan again. Again, class dropper. Alec Verkansky.
Still with Richard Hannon?
Richard Hannon, Alec Verkansky, double figure odds. And literally, as I looked then, it was 12 to 1. I'm halfway through the census, it's turned to 10. So someone's already backed it. But anyway, so there you go. Is that more interesting than Knickerbocker Glory, Tom?
That's a lot more interesting than Knickerbocker Glory, Ross. Well done.
All right, thanks, mate. Right, well, we'll see you next week. But subscribe to the channel. Do it now. Subscribe.
Like us.
Subscribe.